Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be diving into fault code P0002, which relates to the fuel volume regulator control circuit performance. We'll be looking at what his code means, what could be causing it, and how to diagnose and fix the issue. So, if you're experiencing this code or just want to learn more about it, stick around. Code P0002 is a diagnostic trouble code, DTC, that indicates a problem with the fuel volume regulator control circuit. This circuit is responsible for controlling the amount of fuel that is delivered to the engine. When the PCM detects a problem with this circuit, it will set code P0002. There are several possible causes of code P0002, including a faulty fuel volume regulator, a problem with the wiring or connectors to the fuel volume regulator, a problem with the PCM. The most common symptoms of code P0002 are check engine light illumination, poor fuel economy, rough idle, stalling, difficulty starting the engine. If you are experiencing code P0002, it is important to have it diagnosed and repaired by a qualified mechanic. This code can cause serious damage to your engine if it is not addressed. Here are some additional tips for diagnosing and repairing code P0002. Check the wiring and connectors to the fuel volume regulator for any damage or corrosion. Test the fuel volume regulator to see if it is functioning properly. If the fuel volume regulator is faulty, replace it with a new one. If the wiring or connectors are damaged, repair or replace them. If the PCM is faulty, it will need to be replaced. I hope this information is helpful. Please let me know if you have any other questions. The P0002 code indicates a problem with the fuel volume regulator control circuit. This circuit is responsible for controlling the amount of fuel that is delivered to the engine. When this circuit malfunctions, it can cause the engine to run poorly or even stall. There are a few things that can cause the P0002 code to be set. These include a faulty fuel volume regulator, a problem with the wiring or connectors in the fuel volume regulator control circuit, a problem with the engine control module, ECM. To diagnose the P0002 code, you will need to use a scan tool to access the ECM data. The scan tool will show you the current fuel volume regulator position and the desired fuel volume regulator position. If the two values are not the same, then there is a problem with the fuel volume regulator control circuit. Once you have diagnosed the problem, you will need to repair it. This may involve replacing the fuel volume regulator, repairing the wiring or connectors, or replacing the ECM. The repair for the P0002 code will vary depending on the underlying cause of the problem. If the problem is caused by a faulty fuel volume regulator, then the regulator will need to be replaced. If the problem is caused by a problem with the wiring or connectors, then the wiring or connectors will need to be repaired or replaced. If the problem is caused by a problem with the ECM, then the ECM will need to be replaced. The P0002 code is more common in vehicles with common rail fuel injection systems. Common rail fuel injection systems are more complex than traditional fuel injection systems, and they are more likely to experience problems with the fuel volume regulator control circuit. If you are experiencing the P0002 code in your vehicle, it is important to have it diagnosed and repaired as soon as possible. This code can cause the engine to run poorly or even stall, and it can also damage the engine.